Hey everybody, how's it going? Been doing a lot of thinking lately, and being of the preparedness mindset, trying to think ahead. Worst case scenario, that's what we're supposed to do. What is the worst case scenario for America? For us. Right now, worst case scenario for me, of what I think the worst case scenario is, aside from prepper fiction, end of the world stuff, nuclear flare and aliens and zombies, aside from all of that, what is a real threat that could happen? And I believe a current real threat is the possibility of the 2020 elections and what they will bring. Now, one side of the parties has said that when they win, if they win, they're coming after these. Now this one is a legal SBR. I've done the paperwork on it, but they still said they're going to come after, rifles like this, and detachable magazines, and, going to vilify it and come after it because it's mean, it's evil, it kills so many, and if it only for the children, But, I'm really torn. I'm torn between saying, you can take this out of my cold dead hands, or, I'm torn between saying Wolverines and, fighting till the end. I'm torn between that and being there for my family and not giving them this, but letting them think I don't have this. Come search my house. Maybe this is buried. Maybe I've got this, stashed away. It was lost in a boating accident. Whatever the case might be. They come to get it and it's not there. But I'm still going to need a way to defend myself. I'm still going to need a way to, what if these go away? Just what if? We had an assault weapon ban before. These went away before magazines, 30-round magazines. I don't know, some of you guys might not be old enough to remember, but a 30-round magazine in the 90s, early 90s, was $100. That's what you'd pay at a gun show because they were banned, they were evil, and that could happen to these again. So what do you do if that happens? Do you say, you can pry this from my cold dead hands? That's the only way you're getting it. Do you stand up and scream Wolverines and try to overthrow the government? What if you're the only one? What if you don't have, 1,000 buddies or 1,000 like-minded individuals who all rise up at once? One guy standing up and fighting is easily squashed. So, do you be that first guy who stands up? Do you become a martyr for the cause? Do you leave your family? You become does your child become an orphan because you said, you can have it from my cold dead hands, Where exactly is that line with you? And like I said, me personally, I'm torn between that. I'm torn between saying, you can take it from my cold dead hands and being there for my family. So, what I was thinking is, what if they do come for these? But like I said, I lost mine in a boating accident, and they come in and they search the house and they do everything, and I need something to protect myself. What do I have? I looked at SKSs. I thought, that's a decent weapon. It's 10 rounds. For some reason, they like 10 rounds or less. I've already got AK ammo, 7.62 by 39. I thought, okay, that's good. But then I thought, they just always seem to come after stuff like that too. It's got a bayonet. It's, am I going to have to find one that's been neutered and got the bayonet already off of it? I was like, I don't know. And then the current price of SKSs, I like SKS, I really do. But to me, an SKS is not a $400 or $500 gun, and that's the current going rate. To me, an SKS is a $200, $250 gun max. Now, maybe if you had a Russian, if you had like a Tula, you know, okay, that could be, you know, $400 or $500 because those are rare, I would think. But those are like $700, $800 now. So to me, an SKS wasn't worth the going rate. So I thought, okay, what else? What else is there that might be overlooked by them? What is out there that could still defend hearth and home? And then I thought, you know what? What about a piece of Americana? What about a piece of America? What about something that has power, that has already proven itself? That's when I thought, what about an M1 Garand? It doesn't have a detachable magazine. It's not scary. Doesn't have a pistol grip. This looks like your great grandpa's rifle. It only holds 8 rounds, so even if they go after 10 rounders, it's still clear. It's a full power cartridge. I mean, full power cartridge. So I thought, okay, maybe not the best in the world because ammo is expensive. They do have some issues. It is 70 plus years old. But man, they're cool. And they're powerful. And they're accurate. And they can get the job done if you have to. And they might slip underneath everybody's radar. So that's what I was thinking. M1 Garand. And I say Garand. I'm from the South. I know that Canadian moose knuckle says his name was Garand, or however the hell you want to say it. I say Garand. I'm from the South. If you're a Canadian moose knuckle and I offend you, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's a Garand. It's a powerful weapon. It is a true battle rifle that did prove itself. Now, granted, it proved itself 70 years ago when it was ahead of its time. An 8-round M block versus a 30-round detachable, no comparison. There's just not. Technology advanced after this. This was great for its time. This could be great if these go away. And if you have to hide or lose these in boating accidents. Then, and only then, is this great. Now, like I said, these have to go away first. And are you willing to leave your child an orphan over these? I just don't know if I'm ready for that or not. I'm being honest. I hate being that way. I don't know. I would love to say I got the balls to, as soon as they try to come in and take this, I'm unloading on them. But the truth is, I just don't know if I would. Maybe I'll let them come and take that one. Or maybe I've got this one hidden. Or maybe I've got something similar to it that I can give them. But then I've still got this one buried. And in the meantime, I've got this one. Maybe I have to fight with this one to get this one. Or something similar to it. Now, like I said, the Garand has its shortcomings. It is not the end-all, be-all. I am not saying it is. I am not saying that this beats an AR-15, an AR-10, FAL, a G3, an AK. It doesn't beat any of those. All of those have a detachable magazine that's going to be quicker to reload. They're all a newer design. They're all got, you know, upgraded throughout the years, where this has stayed the same old workhorse from, you know, the 30s and 40s. So, not the best in the world, but it's good. This is like this is going to be like that new This is a new Dodge Challenger, you know, the Hellcat. 750 horsepower, raw torque. This is the 1970 Challenger. It was badass for its time. It was an amazing ride. If you had one of those, you know, vanishing point, you know, just badass car. It was a freaking hot rod in its day. But it's not a hot rod now. This is more of what the hot rods are. And there's stuff that's even better hot rods than this. There's, you know, full auto stuff. There's MP5s. There's 1,000 other guns that are a better hot rod than that one. But this one's a better one than this one. Still a good car if you want to look. If you want to keep using that analogy, still a good one. It's just not as good as this one. Or as an AR, you know. I keep saying this because this is the one I brought out with me. I've got an AR too. It's the same way. The AR-15, it's an intermediate cartridge. It's only 55 grain versus 150. Shoots really fast, shoots really flat. You got minimal recoil. You've got the detachable box magazine. You've got everything in the world you can put on an AR. I mean, red dots, scopes, lasers, you know, night vision capable shit. This is your great-grandpa's rifle. That was a hot rod in its day. So, my question for you, are you willing to die on that hill? Are you willing to leave your wife, your son, your daughter, your husband, whatever the case might be? Are you willing to leave this world for these? Or are you willing to give these up and keep these? Or are you willing to say you gave these up while you've really got them hidden and you go and get them with these? I don't know. I know that I really like this gun. I really like having the ability to own this gun. I really like having the Second Amendment right that this is mine. But am I willing to trade this gun for the lives of my kids, my grandkids? That's tough. Look at it this way too. What if you do give this and this is what cost your kids or grandkids to die down the road because you weren't able to protect them? So that's the big question for me. This is what I've been going over in my head day after day. Do I fight and potentially die and leave my family alone so that I can keep this? Or do I let them have this and I'm able to keep this? Or do I tell them, here, take this, you know, I lost this, I don't have this. I'm just defending myself with this lowly old grandpa's rifle. And then when the time comes, I don't know. That's what I'm saying, I just don't know. I don't know what's the way to go. If I leave my family, are they at a greater detriment with me there with this, or with me not there because I'm dead? Something for everybody to think about. Anyway, I've rambled off and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. I'm going to shoot this, see how it's sighted in, because I just got this. 1943, October. Of course, it's a Arsenal rebuild. Nothing matches. But The receiver is October of 43. Since I was born in October of 77, but since I was born in October, I like to think it was at least on my day. There's no way to know that, but that's what I say.